It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. We're at Little Caesars Arena. Tonight, the Detroit Pistons taking on the Brooklyn Nets. The Nets control the tap. Jay, there is no question the Nets have a long-term vision, and they are not breaking away from it.
That vision starts with Sean Marks, who's the GM of his team, and what he was able to pull this past year was pretty much a miracle for the Nets in getting rid of Timothy Mozgov's contract for $16.7 million. He's been able to create so much cap space for this Nets team that Brooklyn now is becoming a destination. People are talking about Brooklyn rather than the New York Knicks.
Look out, Blake Griffin. Good start. He's made his first shot. Jay, it wasn't long ago, Blake Griffin was among the most unstoppable players in the NBA.
No one's ever questioned Blake Griffin's skill set or his athletic ability. The only question is his durability. He's had 10-plus injuries since the 2014 season.
To Allen Crabbe. Russell. 4-3. Swallowed up by Drummond. To Stanley Johnson. Fakes, drives to the rim, and scores. He dared them to get in the way.
So many players try to get pretty with the game. They want to dance. They want to do all these tricks, maybe a God Sham dive. But sometimes you got to revert back to the old school style of the way we play the game. Just put your head down and stop me if you can.
It's Brooklyn's ball. Russell. Inside, he scores.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Jackson with it. Two-point advantage. A pass stolen by the Nets. To Russell. Shot from the lane won't go. Stuffs it down with authority. Jay, simply put, have we seen Blake Griffin's ceiling?
I think there's a chance that Blake Griffin could potentially be better, but it will be way more difficult when you don't have an elite point guard who can pass the ball and put it for you on a platter each and every possession.
Jay Williams, kid from Jersey, rooted for the Nets growing up. And where do you live now? Brooklyn.
Of course, I'm following my favorite team, and these comments are probably going to sound biased because they are. But Brooklyn is a completely different place. Only 5 minutes outside Manhattan. It almost feels like a suburb of the city. And the fact that it's culturally relevant, it just feels like Brooklyn is the new place to be.
And now he's going to shoot a few more as he's fouled going up for it.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number one, to see if they'll get caught. And number two, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
And he connects on the first free throw.
Coming right back to you.
Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. To Jackson. Oh, leaves the defender in the dust. Nothing going here on that drive. Fires the three. Off the mark. Oh, look out. Blake Griffin. 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
Every time I hear Blake's name, I think about what could have been. Yeah, Blake, I miss Lob City too.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
It's Detroit's ball. Jackson gets a look. Can't hit.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
To Griffin. Stuffs it down with authority.
What a pass. I have no clue how that ball even made it through the traffic.
Russell into the front court. Down 5. Curling inside to Russell. Cleans it up. Offensive board. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration. Now the Pistons going to use a timeout as they'll discuss matters in what's now a 3-point game. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Ish Smith to Luke Kennard. Beyond the arc for three. Luke Kennard bothered just enough on that one. Dinwiddie with the basketball. Exactly a minute to go here in the opening quarter. And he'll head to the line.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Number 2, first foul in the last 2 minutes.
Allen Crabbe at the line. First one, count it. And gets both to drop at the line. The possession in favor of Detroit. Probing the defense. Fires the three. Not going down here. Dinwiddie into the front court. They can get a 2 for 1 if they play this right. Short jumper off the mark. Ish Smith. And a bad pass as it's taken away by the Nets. Offensive board. The follow won't go either. We played one at Little Caesars Arena with the Pistons on top. Jay and I come back to Detroit after this. You're watching the NBA on EA Sports. Second quarter is set to start. Neither team set the tone to start this one. Jay, do you expect that to change?
I know you're wondering why I'm clapping. Both teams came out in the first quarter and they executed. When do you ever see that, Ed? You have to continue to bring those competitive juices into the second quarter, and we're going to have one heck of a ball game.
Ish Smith at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 66%. The free throw, good. Caps off the three-point play. The lead is 4. Brooklyn with the basketball. Russell to Allen Crabbe. Here comes the screen.
Come right, come right, come right.
Sizing up the defense. To Russell. And he hits.
Okay, I saw a little bit of a handle there, but let's see if that confidence is still there down the stretch.
Short jumper stays out. Russell with it up top. Down just a couple. To Davis. From the painted area, won't go down. Off the mark. What on earth was he thinking? Russell into the front court. We're a minute into the second quarter. Kenneth Faried powers it down.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Pistons ball here. Ish Smith to Luke Kennard. Oh, pass stolen by the Nets.
We going to see a team take the lead here?
Jay, D'Angelo Russell, former #2 pick. He can be special. What's your prognosis for him?
Well, he has a chance to own Brooklyn this season and own New York City. Only played 48 games last year due to a knee injury. But still, look at the signs of growth this young man has had over the last couple of years. He went through that situation in LA. He came to New York. This offseason, he's been completely quiet. You've been seeing videos of him just working out, getting his body right. It's a matter of time before you feel like D'Angelo Russell or D'Lo will take this game over.
D'Angelo Russell. Not that time. He missed it. Kennard to Stanley Johnson. Smith. Cleans it up. To Luke Kennard. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
D'Angelo Russell with the 2.
You know, Ed, people have short memories, but this kid was only 19 when he first came into the league. Sure, as the second overall pick, you're going to have high expectations. Trust me, I know. But D'Lo's game is different. First off, he's a lefty, so he throws you off. And his style is even herky-jerky, maybe even choppy like that reminds me of Rod Strickland. But fans, we need to be patient with the process and let kids develop. And I'm still very optimistic that D'Lo is going to live up to all the hype he had coming out of the Ohio State University.
Brooklyn's got it. Russell to Dinwiddie. Surveys the floor. To Russell. Gets a shot up off the mark to Russell. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
Hey, look, pretty dudes can mix it up once in a while too, I guess.
Ish Smith. Deep right corner. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Everybody in the building, including myself, thought that pass was going somewhere else. Fool me once? Okay, but you're definitely not fooling me twice.
Knocked loose. Pistons come away with it.
When it's a tight game, those missed opportunities on the road make it tough.
Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
I see this happen all the time. It used to happen to me. Sometimes an easy offense allows more effort to translate to the defensive end.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Shot by Russell off the mark.
Oh, I see how you're playing this chess match. That's what you keep doing defensively. Keep baiting him and luring him into shooting.
Got a piece of him.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Oh, they call him for the foul.
Just a tic-tac foul.
Reggie Jackson, that's his first personal foul. Team foul number 2. First
Russell, too good to leave that wide open. D'Angelo Russell hits.
Great shot by the offense, but the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide open 3.
Russell with it up top. Under a minute to go before halftime. To Allen Crabbe. To Drummond. Griffin. Can't connect. It's no good. Reggie Jackson, nice.
Ed, I'm telling you that every player in the league will make that shot. The defense has to be elevated.
Nets have the basketball. Turned away by Drummond.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Oh, look out. Blake Griffin. Terrific shooting. He's 4 for 5. He'll let one fly from half court. So the difference, 3 points as we've reached the break. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
The Pistons are in a tight battle after 2 quarters. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. These are the guys getting buckets for the Detroit Pistons.
Game track. Rebounds.
While there isn't a stat for effort, you can certainly use offensive rebounds as part of the formula. These squads have been attacking the offensive glass and keeping possessions alive.
Player of the half. Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment. Fellas, back to you.
Tight game through the first 2 quarters as we resume play here in the third. Right now, the Pistons have the basketball. Curling inside. Can't connect from in close.
And when you miss so many chippies right around the rim, you look at their points in the paint production. The first half, they were... Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Okay, they're lucky they get the ball back. Here's the whistle. 5 seconds. Back to the basket. Violation sends it the other way.
That's me. I got ball.
Trying to cash in. Shot by Smith. Off the mark. Russell into the front court. His guys down 3. Inside, he scores.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Goes to the right side. Johnson.
Let it go, let it go, let it go.
Keep on trying. Shot's no good there. The big fella, Andre Drummond. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2.
A man down low on the block. Drummond is going to feast in and around the basket. His field goal attempts are limited, so don't expect him to be featured, but you better have a body on him at all times and limit second chance opportunities. Let me tell you why. He collects 26.2% of all misses. That puts him in elite conversation. Him and DeAndre Jordan are the first players ever to eclipse the 26% mark, and the only player to ever do that before in the NBA was Dennis Rodman.
Drummond. Rebound taken in by the Nets. Second effort. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Add 2 points to the board.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Nets have it. Jay, 28 wins a year ago for the Nets, but a couple of individuals, they shined in their playing time.
8 wins better than the year before. And think about Jared Allen for this team. He is a new age 5, has the versatility and the speed to run the court. And then you think about a guy like Spencer Dinwiddie, who actually got drafted in the 2nd round and actually gambled on himself, had a horrific knee injury. To see the kind of minutes due to the injuries that he played and the level that he played at, Ed, this team is on their way.
Johnson gets it in the left corner. Oh, he had him there for a second. To Stanley Johnson. Lets it fly from long range. Stanley Johnson at the line.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul.
Oops, he missed the first one. He delivers with 2 free throws. It's Brooklyn's ball. Russell to Dinwiddie. Probing the defense. Dinwiddie shot, no good. To Stanley Johnson. Out of bounds, last touch by the Pistons. Time to shuffle things up. Russell with it up top. His team up by 1. To Dinwiddie. Screen coming. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Not always the first option, but his number was definitely called on that one.
Pistons have it. Jackson to Griffin. Can't connect.
Ed, the game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before. So offensively, as a shooter, you either have to be able to create more space off the dribble for your shot or have a much faster release. Ideally, you have both in your arsenal.
To Smith. Ish Smith. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
And that transition offense was flawless. When guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency, you heard me correctly, a sense of urgency, you will get a great shot every possession.
To Russell. Here comes the screen. Russell to Hollis Jefferson. Oh, defender pulling the chair. It's blocked by Allen.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
D'Angelo Russell. And it's Griffin there to clear the rebound. And draws contact. Andre Drummond going to the line to shoot 2.
No. I'll tell you. The team that makes the little mistakes, like committing unnecessary reach-in fouls like that, will be the team that ends up with the L.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good.
Number 33, Allen Brett.
Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Late heave to beat the buzzer. There's the buzzer. 3 quarters complete. The Pistons have the lead. Brooklyn basketball here as we start the 4th quarter. And a lot of people might not have expected this to be a 1-score game this late. But wait, Jay, we have ourselves a ball game.
And I've been in this situation so many times as a team that's been the favorite. You expect to win the ball game, and then all of a sudden you find yourself in the middle of a true battle. This looks like it could be anybody's game right now.
Rebound pulled in by the Pistons. Kennard to Reggie Jackson. Reggie Jackson, consistent effort. He's at 50%.
Ed, did you see what this pass just did? Now it encourages his teammates to move with more sense of urgency because they understand that next time down the court, they might be on the receiving end of that pass.
It's Detroit's ball. Takes stock of the floor to Smith. Oh, had him going there for a second. Here comes the screen. Smith. He shoots. Oh, off the mark. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
To Allen Crabbe. Screen coming. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket.
You've heard it before. Slow and steady wins the race. This approach might be working out after all.
Reggie Jackson. He's now 4 for 6.
Look at that. Calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Brooklyn with the basketball. Has a look. Knocks it down from mid-range.
What I like about Spencer Dinwiddie is that he's a worker. I remember he got hurt his last year in college at Colorado, still decided to take a chance on himself, went into the draft, got drafted 2nd round, and now I see him still defining and refining his game.
Dinwiddie with the basketball. They're down 3. From the painted area, won't go down. Kennard to Jackson. Reggie Jackson with that shot, he's 5 for 8.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Now the Nets going to take a timeout. That's their first of the final 3 minutes. That leaves them with 1 remaining.
I know the fans didn't get a chance to hear this during the break, but the coaches are wearing a mic for the broadcast. I heard a lot of arguing inside the huddle. It lets you know that the intensity level is pretty high going into the 4th.
Russell to Allen Crabbe. Going to launch beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim, no good.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Brooklyn's got it. Russell. Oh, they called the foul.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
That's his 2nd personal foul. Team foul number 1. Detroit Pistons are in the penalty.
He connects off the step back.
D'Lo reminds me so much of Sam Cassell. He's not the fastest guy, but he gets where he wants to go anytime. The word that is key for him, potential, potential, potential. Will he be able to accomplish his potential?
Russell into the front court. The margin standing now at 7. And they call it.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
That's his 3rd personal
And hits the first free throw.
for the Nets. Number 8, Spencer Dinwiddie.
So he hits the first, misses the second. Ish Smith to Drummond. And draws the foul.
I'm watching the coach's reaction right now, and I'll tell you, he's not going to be happy about that. The game comes down to the micro details. That wasn't a part of the plan right there.
Misses the first. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Nets have the basketball. To Russell. Screen coming. Russell. Can't fault the defense. D'Angelo Russell hits.
I got to be real here. I think he was the only one expecting to shoot that shot. The crowd, the coaching staff, every other player on the court, and myself, all of our mouths are left wide open right now.
Ish Smith. And a bad pass as it's taken away by the Nets.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
From the outside, no good.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Play is stopped. Timeout for Brooklyn. That's their second of the final 3 minutes. No more timeouts left the rest of the game. D'Angelo Russell. That won't go. Won't go. He needs some luck on his side given how they're defending. And he's fouled, and he earns a trip to the line.
I've seen it happen so many times. Small things like that foul can end up becoming a momentum changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
Rondé Hollis-Jefferson at the line. First try at the line, no good. No good. Missed them both. And here's the foul. Right now it's a two-possession game, so if he hits one or two of these, it could be all she wrote.
Okay, now look over to the sideline and see what the staff is trying to draw up on the next play. That's good clock management thus far.
Off the mark on the first free throw. Good bounce back. Hits the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Russell with it up top. Right now, down 7. From long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
First one goes down. And he makes them both. Deep three at the buzzer. The Pistons are the winners as they take care of business at home. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
The Pistons almost let this one get away from them, but they managed to get the victory. The statistic that seems to stand out in 3D is their assists. So many of their points were made possible by their team chemistry, and it was great to see. When you have a look at these highlights, you can see how this team wasn't able to get it together. It was definitely a frustrating loss.
Game track. Field goals.
This was a matchup in which solid shooting was prominently on display. I definitely enjoyed it. Like I'm loving enjoying all of these highlights right now. Great job of effective, efficient.
Player of the game.
Blake Griffin could not have been more impressive in this game. The way he scored the basketball looked like he was playing with kids in high school.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. top plays, and we've got 3 of them for you. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. We look forward to seeing